Welcome everyone. We're back again for two games. But firstly, this game of the next tournament. So yeah, we're rolling. I think this is game number 4. And by the time today's finished, we'll have done 5 full games of a tournament. Just a quick shout out, Ile, Soulshard, Creo Gentleman, Imp and Prankster, thank you for the follows. I massively appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. To everyone joining me, thank you. I'm just setting up a few bits and pieces now. I need to go and grab a coffee as well. We're in the pick phase, I think. I've joined this slightly closer to the bone than I wanted to, but as far as I'm aware, we are on the way to getting this started. So I'll be with you very soon. I need to go and get something to drink. I'll be back in a few minutes. And yeah, I'll definitely be I'll be streaming both the games today. I'm not entirely sure what the setup is. I think one of them is a longer game mode, followed by quite a short one. I think it's an ITYTD to begin with, and then I think it's after that a shorter game mode. So I hope I'm not streaming for 12 hours today. I don't have the energy for a 12-hour stream. That said, you never know. We could be in for a roller coaster of a ride here. But yeah, we'll get this moving very soon. Very, very soon. So yeah, I'll be back with you very momentarily. Feel free, obviously, to go get yourself a drink, get yourself set up, get yourself sorted out. This will take a while. Like we've seen in the last couple of games that the pick phase takes, in my mind, a little bit too long. So we could be here for a while waiting for the teams to be picked. Obviously, we were meant to start 5 minutes ago. Yeah, you know the score, Blitzy. We'll try and make it fun. We'll try and make it entertaining. I have a few ideas in the background that I can load up whilst we wait. Welcome everyone, and bear with me. Let me get something to drink, and I'll be back very soon. Cool. Okay, right. We are in. We're on. For a good game, hopefully. I think this is hard mode first. I might be wrong about this. We might be on for a quick game to begin with, and then a slow game afterwards. I might have gotten our order mixed up. So hard mode normally means that we're not going to be playing this for very long. We're going to be on for a very fast game. If that is the case, I mean, main base has everything you need. Yeah, hard mode first, ITYTD second, I believe. I might be wrong about that. It might be ITYTD first and then hard mode second, but either way. Yeah, got you. This will be fun, mate. Like, hard is... You need to pick your players right. You need to get this pick phase correct. You don't need outposters for this. You need somebody that can spam green and everybody else defend like crazy. Because the pressure's coming. So already on the north we see Carl, Kingofgugu and Pabev. Obviously Kingofgugu is one of the captains. Jimmy 50, Pipes, Clutch and Califabop. Oh. Damn. This is going to be pretty fun, actually. I logged in thinking, oh, we're going to have a really long ITYTD game, and it's going to be like hours, and I'm not into it. Like, I want to see something that's a bit more chaotic. And actually, here we are, with, again, like you said, yeah, oil close to main. A lot of decent resources in main as well. And yeah, this is survival at its best. We're about to see some really, really horrendous gameplay here. This is going to be good fun. A really monstrous mix patch. In fact, 2 monstrously mixed patches close. Copper's okay. It's a bit annoyingly spaced. Like, you're not going to get the most out of this copper patch. And the 2 little ones, you might run out. I think you'll probably run out of a base before you run out of copper space. Like, this game to me definitely seems like it'll run out of time before you max everything out, so yeah, good stuff. This will be fun. I haven't seen a hard game in a while. The game is always hard, by the way. Like, in terms of how you play the game is always difficult, but it's going to be mental. Hopefully picking doesn't take 5 hours, and we're into a game relatively soon. At this point, like, it's not hard to pick teams. You need people that you know will be active all the time. And I would be shocked, absolutely shocked. I was going to say, threat farming has to be up there, doesn't it? Like, in the first couple of minutes, if you don't have somebody threat farming, you don't have a long to threat farm here before the throws start happening, so... Are these guys picking, or are they just being super fucking slow? Q-Crat. Okay. Who's this guy, by the way? This guy keeps getting picked all the time. Am I... Is this a Smurf? Hoppo Nasu. This has to be somebody's Smurf account, right? Because you don't get picked 5th in a captain's game on a tournament. That's NASA. I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Dude, why do people have so many accounts? Is it that serious? Have we reached a level of seriousness where you need a Smurf account? Because NASA has like 3 or 4. I'm almost certain he has like 3 or 4 accounts. I'm 99% sure that NASA just has multiple Smurfs, if you want to call them that. You know? Hidden accounts, maybe. But yeah, you don't pick that person 4th or 5th unless you know they're amazing at the game. And yeah, you're picking early. In terms of the map, I mean, yeah, it's pretty standard, isn't it? We have a pretty fun uranium patch that will never be used out onto the west. To the east, again, yeah, another one. most of the, I guess the pressure will happen down the middle of the map. Enkling, he's the real stacker right there. Enkling is the reason stacking happens. When you see him on your team, you have to stack against him. And when you see him on the enemy team, you have to stack with him. He's too strong. He's way too strong. He's overpowered. We need to nerf Enkling hard. Into the ground. Ness is going south. Oh damn. Wait, hang on. Wait, they got Zero Sun and Ness? GG. Oh, thanks for stopping by, mate. We have two very strong players just went south. A speedrunner and a threat farmer. That's going to be huge. Yeah, that's massive, actually. North have to start prioritizing some threat farmers. Otherwise, they're just going to be building. And I don't hate their picks. I'm slightly struggling with why you'd pick an outpost kind of mini stack here. Or at least complete the mini stack, like complete who you need out of that outpost build, because at the moment I see on south like a main builder and a couple of you know, kind of utility players, I guess you'd call them, whereas north, you know, I don't see it here. I don't see it yet, what they're looking for. Isn't mate, Kwai Pertals is NASA as well, isn't it? Are you telling me NASA has like multiple accounts logged in right now to bite battles? I'm 99% sure that is also NASA. Can NASA play on both sides at the same time? Because if that's the case, NASA's overpowered and we need to nerf NASA right away. Jason and Soldier going north. Okay, right, the teams are building out nicely. Just throw it out there, may as well. I'm not salty, but waiting 35 minutes for stuff to happen is absolutely dire, lads. I have an idea of what to do in the background, don't get me wrong. But yeah, we need to kind of find something to do. So let's do that now. Give me a second. Let's try and find something fun I can do with us whilst we wait. Yeah, you guys know what's up. I'll start a DLC playthrough. I could leave for about 20 minutes, do something and come back. I'm just trying to find something that I want to do whilst we wait, and Malak, thank you for the follow. Sorry mate, I was away. I was going to get some food whilst we waited. Thanks for following, mate. Enjoy. Today will be a glorious day of 2 games. We'll have to go through this twice. Oh, we have to do this fucking twice, don't we? Fuck me. I've just realised, like, this isn't the only time today we're going to see this. Shit. Welcome, everyone, firstly. Secondly, if you have any questions, feel free to put them into chat. The game will start. Believe me, trust me. I know it doesn't feel like it. It feels like this is the game. We're just going to be sat here forever, just perpetually, just on an island, not engaging with the game. However, as I do laps around the player base, eventually, soon, a game will start. And I can't wait. There we go, look, see, even this guy's asking questions. When to start? Yeah, exactly, my friend, when. I maintain that picking is not hard. It's super easy, like... No response? Oh shit, yeah dude, I need to set up an audio channel. Give me a second. That's my bad. I went off to go and grab some scoff whilst we wait for this. This will take a while, dude. What I might do is, I might do the first game solo and then do the second game and bring you in. Just because we'll have some downtime in between games. I need to set up an audio channel basically so that you're louder than my music. And that takes a hot minute. So let me do game 1 with whoever we've got here, Clutch and Gugu. And then game 2, I'll bring you in, mate, if that's alright. We'll have some co-commentary to have with us on game 2 with Lower Dark, who is hilarious. How many get picked? Well, to be honest, Frozen Shadow, and that's a good question. Most of the time, we'll end up with about 20 players on both teams, on average. Yeah, jump into the first game, mate. It's one of those ones where I need a minute or two to set things up, and at the moment, my brain just isn't. It's not ready to go through all the technicalities, and doing it whilst the stream is on as well is hard. So, yeah, jump into game number 1, mate. I'll watch you play. Lower Dark will carry the team and win the game for his team. No pressure, mate, but whatever team Lower Dark joins, GG's. Yeah, around about 20 players either side, I'd say, Frozen Shadow. But that being said, we might be on for some more. It depends on kind of how big and how fast the game will be. Today's game will be relatively quick, number 1. The second game might be a little bit longer, so we'll have to wait and see. For the sake of brevity, what I might do is after game number 1, end my stream, and then as game number 2 starts, start it up again, so we have 2 chunks of video to work with. That'll make uploading to YouTube about 1,000 times easier. So what I would say is stay on the channel. All I'll do is I'll end my stream, wait 2 minutes, and then start it again, and then we'll have the second game on the go. And yeah, we'll have some co-commentary finally. It won't just be me talking about how amazing I am. It'll be me and Lower Dark talking about how amazing I am. But yeah, I think we need to have a really deep dive into why it takes so long to pick people. If we were at school, and we're not, but if we were, and we were picking teams to play football, or for any Americans out there, soccer, which is an abomination. It's football. Your foot hits a ball. It's about as simple as that. No arguments here from me. If we were picking teams for football, we would not need 25 minutes in order to reach 15 on 15 or more or less. But yeah, I don't know. It's mind-boggling. The mind boggles. Talking of boggling, we will see Room Boggler later, I think, in our chat. In our game, at least, playing. I don't think he'll be here for the first one, but might be here for the second. Damn, I wish I had something to do. I should have thought about this, but it's been a busy day for me. I might play some chess. You guys chess fans? Do we have any chess enjoyers in the chat? I might play a game of chess in the background whilst we wait. I might set up like a chessboard in the corner, and we together as a team. Yeah, we should all play together. E2, E4, excellent. That's my first move of the game right now. We'll throw the game by playing E2, E4. Let's see how fast we can get checkmate. Oh, mate. Yeah, it is, mate, it is. But in many ways it's not, because like, two things. We're playing hard mode, right? So you need a main base builder and potentially one outposter. You're not going to get any more than that. Let's be clear. We're going to get an outposter with a team of 2 or 3 who will spam green. And then main just needs to build and everybody else defend. So there doesn't need to be a 10,000 IQ picking phase here. Yes, for a longer game, you'd want to organize multiple outposts. But, lads, I don't know, like, side note, I've been playing a lot of Hell Let Loose recently, and I've commanded a couple of games, and you're dealing with 50 players in a game. You don't need 35, 40 minutes to figure out what's going on. Like, just give people some advice, ask people what they can do, and let them do it. And I know this is for a tournament. Oh, mate, I am loving that game. I want to start streaming a bit of that game. It is very, very fun. I'm really enjoying it. And you know what? Like, I commanded a few games. Most of the time my squad lead. And every now and again I get to play engineer with the satchel charge and I blow stuff up. And it is just super fun. I didn't really understand it at first. It was a little bit like, what am I doing here? Why? I've got like a single bolt action rifle. What am I meant to do? And then it just, the penny dropped. It clicked. The game is amazing. It's a really fun game. You just need a team that will work with you and a team that talk. You know, you need your teammates to talk to you and yeah, love it, mate. Absolutely love that game. So if it takes a couple of minutes for you, in many ways, yeah. In many ways, yes. But I get the feeling this is performative. I don't think this is like Clutch doesn't need this long to pick a team. I've been streaming for 30 minutes and we have 30 players in the game. That's a pick a minute. You don't need that long, lads. You need about 20 seconds. Let's be honest. Zoom in to the island of noobs. The island of nerds, right? Who do we need here? Eagle needs to get picked into a team. Enkling needs to go into a team, right? Right away, those two. Outstanding needs to go into a team. Wazowski needs to go into a team. Kajito, Loadout, pick these people. Like, Data needs to go into a team. Pick these people. It's not hard. Like, they all play well. Like, none of them are going to, like, do you a disservice. Swistus, get them in the team. They're not going to fuck you over. Get them in. We don't want to play. Fair enough. But for those of you who do, for those of you who are allowed to play and allowed to be picked, they all do roughly the same job. I'm not saying they're terrible or equally that they're amazing, but they all know what they're doing. They are competent players. So taking a million minutes to pick over between two people whose elo are about 100, points difference. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. So there's, there's only cow to be picked. Excellent. So we're on. That actually speeds us up. That speed. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know. Now I do, and now I know. So 18 on 17 is a really good start. And now we only just have to wait another 35 minutes for them to figure out how to play hard mode. I'm totally not salty. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the predictions right now and see who you think will win. The game, I mean, the teams are kind of close. If I had to pick who I'd pick for, who would I go for? I like the look of South. Hang on, let's do the prediction first, and then I'll walk you through my understanding of the game. Who wins? North-South. 30 minutes. Let's go. Boom. There we go. I just like I like South's setup, especially with Ness. Ness is actually a bit of a game changer. In fact, they've got Ness and Zero Sun, and for me, that is a clear advantage. And in terms of the map, as you can see now, a lot of the player icons are not moving far away from main base. They're not moving far away from base at all. Damn, 13,000 pot noodles already on South. It seems to me like they just have what it would take. What it would take to win. North aren't slacking though. Like there are some very, very strong players on North as well. But it just seems to me like, yeah, if I had to take a pick, it would be with the South. It would be with who they have. But I guess it really depends on how they organise, who they send where, and what they do. It is slightly rigged. It is slightly rigged. But we still endeavour to play the game. We carry on. We try and do our best. Can steal all the points. I mean, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened in the past, but yeah, like hard mode is very simple. We're gonna get to red, green, science. If we're lucky, we're gonna get to military or blue. This is just a race to see who can land a massive send first. These game modes are most fun to me, and we've been live for 30 minutes. It wouldn't surprise me if in the next 30 minutes the game is over, which is why the picking phase makes fucking no sense on games like this. I know it's a tournament, etc., but like, it's going to be over very quick. You haven't won? Then maybe, like, if every time when you vote it's wrong, next time you have a chance to vote, go the other way. Remember, there are 2 games today, guys. There are 2 games. You can split your pot noodles up. You can vote one way today, one way now, and then one way next game. So you don't necessarily have to throw everything into it right now. Yeah, they have to. They have to be planning to come down here, surely. Because you're not playing a long game here. You're literally building up a small main base, researching the bare minimum, and then you're just throwing green. It has to be a green throw game, this. If we get to blue, I'll be impressed. If we get to purple, then nobody here knows how to play the game. I'm saying it right now, if we end up with people throwing purple science in a hard game, nobody knows what the hell is going on. So, yeah, this is a build main base, get up to green, research what you need. You might get to, like, let's say, you could see some flame towers. Maybe. But I doubt it, mate. I doubt it. You can't lose if you don't bet. And remember, you've got to be in it to win it. But also, what I would say is that this is all fake currency. It's not real. So, you earn it by watching. Use it, you know, as you wish. There's always more. And there will be more that you'll learn as time goes on. Oh, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous way of thinking. You have the highest chance to win when you haven't won in a long time, or your losing streak will continue. House always wins, remember. House always wins. But yeah. One captain is ready. The other is somehow not. So here's... Alright. I've just loaded into the game and I've seen this map. Let me walk you through my understanding of how I'd play this game. I've just loaded into the game and I've just seen this map and I am on south. Right, let me clear my whiteboard real quick. I'm on the south side of the game and I'm a captain. Right? Let's not talk about pick phase because picking is easy. It's easy, it shouldn't be this hard. Let me show you how I organize this game. Here is going to be my smelting. My threat farmers are going to be going this way. Okay? My outpost is going to be over here somewhere. And we're going to be throwing science at them over here. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. It does not get any harder than that. If it takes you longer to understand this, I'm worried for you. I'm upset and hurt by how long it takes. Your smelting goes here. Do you know, if you want to be a rebel, you can build it here. But there is coal here that you can use later on in the game. So you build your smelting in this blue box. You send your threat farmers towards the enemy. Yeah, down this way. And that's the game. That's it. It's as simple as that. If it takes you any longer to coordinate that level of play, we're doing something wrong. If you like, you can ask somebody who is a legend who will build walls around your base. But grab like 15 people and ask them to get all of these minerals to go into this box. Am I taking crazy pill? Is this? The game hasn't changed since I last played it, as far as I'm aware. But that's all you need to do. That is literally it. That is the game in a nutshell. And I promise you this. Whoever manages to do that first, right? Here we go. Let me get my drawing tools back on, right? The teams have for anybody that's new that doesn't understand, you have basically 2 or 3 places you can build, right? You can build here, down the middle, or to the right. And if you're on the south, you can build here, down the middle, or to the right. So what makes building in each space better or worse than the other? Well, you don't want to pave over resources. And on the right hand side, you see there's coal. So, you know, the right hand side is not worth building over. It's not worth paving over. And in the middle, we have some iron patches, leaving us with the left hand side open to building, right? So there is only one clear and obvious advantage or advantageous place to build, which is the left. You could be mental and decide for whatever reason to build out here, but you're far away from main base and that's not going to happen. So, you know, the only clear and objective place to play is here, right? It's like an opening move in chess. Sometimes there are the best moves, and that is the best move to make. You build here to the left hand side. You don't need to wait 35 minutes or 40 now. We've been almost streaming for an hour and these people are still not ready to play the game. I am worried about the player base. Genuinely worried about the player base right now. If it takes you that long to learn about where you start your game and how you then organize your team. You build here and you send all of your nerds north or south. And you tell them to shoot bugs. And as you build that main base, all of the builder nerds will help you build. And all of the science nerds will help you research. And if you want to, if you are confident enough, you can send somebody to an outpost far away and tell them to spam green science, which is obviously really difficult. You clearly need 25 minutes to tell somebody to build a green science spam. Oh, the game is starting. I can't wait for this. Good luck, everyone. We're about to see, obviously, one of the most highly coordinated games you've ever seen. I'm kidding, by the way. I just wish we had a faster way of doing this. I really do. Like, I wish we had a better way of doing this. As you know, as many of you know, the game always begins with burner miners and stone furnaces. You need to feed them both coal, and then we're up and running. There's nothing specifically important to really note at the moment. We see a couple of people moving out to the east. don't think either side really has an enormous advantage. You could potentially use this mix patch to your own devices. Like, this is really good, actually. This is huge. So this potentially has some play. This does too. We're not talking about rockets here, holy shit. Yeah, we need to start cracking the whip on pick phase, mate. So this is a thing. I don't know what this is, but hopefully it's not one of those horrible power builds. What is that? I'm reserving this spot. Damn, dude. I've never seen a blueprint reservation before. That's kind of fun. Yeah, it's going to be red-green. It's going to be red-green, guys. Like, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. Color by numbers, fill this in. And as well, like, you've got some really fast players on both teams, right? So, like, either of these teams will be out the blocks quick. This will not be a slow burner game at all. The next game will, I think, if it's on a difficulty level that... slightly harder. Give me a second. Let me just check Discord real quick. Okay, right, I've just seen there is a 30-minute wait between game 1 and game 2. So what I will do is I will end the stream at the end of game 1, but I will pull it back up for game 2. It gives me a chance to make a sandwich and have a bit of food. So normally I would keep it up and just let the stream roll on, but I don't want to like do nothing and bore you guys. Like the last thing as a streamer, as somebody who streams, the last thing I want to do is just keep you here for no reason. Like, I think those streams are kind of shit. You know, the people that will just AFK for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes and not do anything. So I'd rather drop the stream, everybody goes off and does something else other than, you know, sit here. And then we'll all come back for a game number 2. That should be much more fun. Today's game, this game number 1, Clutch versus Gugu, this will be quick. It'll be very, very quick. And as we can see now, some research is coming in. The North are hot on their research at the moment. A lab is down. Military 1 is being researched. What are we doing down here? Are we're not setting up any level of automation? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players on the defense at the moment. 2 looking to outpost. Nobody moving to, 2 looking out here to the mix patch. Nobody looking to outpost. And about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish in main. 6 in main, 8 on offense. Meanwhile in North, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 or 10 players in main. 1 up North, or 2 potentially, maybe, up North, looking to farm. And then 5 to the East. Are they not looking to threat farm at all? That's a lot of people, dude. That's a lot of threat farm. If you can make this happen, this will work for you. Oh, mate, I appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully it's a relatively listenable, I'd like to think, it's a listenable stream that has some relatively okay commentary over the top of it. I'm a little bit under the weather today, but I'll try not to cough or sneeze into the microphone. I have a playlist. Trust me, I've got it all set up. I didn't use it last week, actually, to be fair. I think I just kind of forgot, if I'm being completely honest. Let's go German music in the second game. I want to make game number 1 as simple as possible. I'm really hungry, so I hope this is quick. I can get some food on, and then we can go into game 2 with some energy. Obviously, game one. I mean, do they even bother with automation? So it was Polish techno, if I remember correctly, German music, and I need to watch the VOD back. But somebody requested some music, and I am obliged to give them what they want, give the people what they want. And German music and Polish techno were the ones that came up as the most requested. So yeah, let's try and make that happen. Let's try and get that going on. Okay, some power is going down. Is Morgan just a power player? And Enkling is going to plan to play the next one, even though it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. That's unreal. I'd play the first one, mate. I wouldn't play this one. Holy. So yeah, here we are. Here we go. It's an interesting build, this, because that's not how you make red science. Plates into... There we go. Give me a sec, my door's just gone. Alright, Amazon. Always deliver, mate. Holy crap. Is there ever a time where they can't deliver a package? I'm happy. So we're looking at the beginnings of a defensive base on south. North don't have anybody moving out. Like, they've got some outposts building here and here. Some power going down. I mean, it looks to me like the North aren't threat farming at all. And red science is going in. Alright, let's see. Is there any difference? There won't be a massive difference really in research here, but electric mining, into logi, into fast inserters, with radar. Radar? Really? Okay. Interesting. Logi 1 and military into the south. It seems like, yeah, we're not going to go too deep into this, but I'd hope to see some kind of green build into green spam. I'm wondering what this block, this preserved block of area is for, that's for sure. We're doing power here? A grenade building, right? Nah, we don't get to military, surely. No way. Because you're going to get hit hard with green first, aren't you? Like, if you're not even bothering threat farming, right? And I don't see either. Like, North aren't really prioritizing threat farm. I believe these people. Like, here we go. Here, we're making use of gun turrets, right? The most useless item in the game. So if we're already utilizing something that's terrible, we're not looking at going anywhere deep. You know, we're going into like green. Red-green science, I think. Oh no, the first person has died. Damn. They were too young. I don't know, dude. I'd like the South seem to be smashing it right now. I don't really know what the North like. Are the North planning on going deeper than they think they can get? It'll work off for them. It'll pay for itself if they can get there. But I just don't think they can. I don't see it. Surely the sends already start happening. We're about 10 minutes into the game now, and there should be a decent level of science built up. Like, I'd create some red just to throw. Just to get their bugs slightly off kilter, like to get them off balance. It's hard mode, so each send is 200% effective. 200%, like, that's kind of ridiculous, right? Oh god, stallers. We hate stallers. Although here we see the beginnings of green. And green is obviously, I think, how this game ends. It'd be mental if we got to military science. So my prediction is, okay, South, if they get to green first and spam, will win the game. If the North get to military and spam, they will clearly win the game. I just don't think they have the time. Like, the time frame available for military is minor at best. But that being said, like, how much time do you pay into building site? Like, you don't need a ton of power, right? Because you're not going to be... This isn't going to be a base. This isn't really the kind of purist, sorry if I can get my words out, version of the game. We're literally going to be seeing spam here. And you can even handcraft and send as well. Like, I wouldn't worry too much about automating too much. Sushi smelting, you love it. You love to see it. A little bit of sushi. Why not? Why not? They are, aren't they? They're going for military spam. It took them 30 minutes to pick a team that play badly. Am I seeing this right? It took them this long to create a bad idea. Do we not play this game mode enough? Hard mode. Do we not understand how hard it is to... Like, you're not going to get there. It's just not going to happen. And if you do, then the other team have played it badly. The cost of it, yes, but the building of it, the hand feeding of it as well, like, I'm intrigued. If they can go there, then fair enough. I mean, they're already ahead of the game a little bit in terms of green, but it's not by much. I just think that to build any semblance of strong military spam will take longer than building a solid green spam. But there are no outposters though. You could leave like these two players out here. I mean, look at that. Look, here we go, spam. This is not hard to set up. This is really easy. The South of... Oh, they've played this wrong. Oh no, they've gone the wrong direction. Do they have anybody building science at all that they can throw? There's loads of individual efforts here that aren't moving towards the win. Oh, I want to throw my head into my desk at this point. This is terrible. I'm not being very positive right now, but the North are doing something they shouldn't get away with doing, whilst the South are not playing the way that they should win. Yeah, but like, even though the North are spamming, right? The North are going for military. They have some spam here. And here. And we've been playing the game for about the same amount of time. This is a game already. The South have lost this. They don't have anything to throw. And they have nothing building. FNC versus KC. Wait, is that CSGO, right? That's not Dota, right? FNC. Get out. You're banned. Remind me to ban error alarm as soon as possible. No. Absolutely not. Two things. I'll give you two very good pieces of advice. Advice for life. Advice for life. Number 1, uninstall League of Legends. Number 2, download Dota 2 and prepare to learn a game that is immeasurably complicated but very rewarding to play. I've played League, I hated it. I got to like high diamond and then just gave up. You play the same game every game. Somebody goes jungle and fucks it. Somebody goes mid and loses. Somebody plays support and feeds a lot. You build the same items every game against the same heroes every game. The pick and ban phase is the same every game because they don't patch it that often. So the meta is the meta for almost a year. Whereas when I play Dota, I win every game. I play differently every game. I build different items every game. And the people I play against play different heroes every game. That being said, there are layers and layers and layers. Nah, it's just trash. I can't get behind it. The game is terrible, genuinely. And I'm not saying that to be controversial. I've played both. And I played both at a good level. In fact, I played Dota at a very high level. I played League at a decent... I think Diamond is decent. I don't know. Some of you might probably be like the higher level, like Grandmaster or whatever the hell the high level of Dota is. But League, sorry. But I don't rate it, mate. And it's on the decline, isn't it? Like, I've seen a lot of people now leaving League because they bought something in that was pretty trash. Like, damn. Bugs coming in on North. North not threat farming as well, dude. That's kind of grim. But yeah, don't play that game, mate. Come on. Be better. Be better than that. Do better. Enjoy life a bit more than that. Don't torture yourself with some trash game. Yeah, you can spend a load of money on a skin. But why? You know, why? Evolve. Exactly, Blitzy. Become a better version of yourself. Create a better version for you and your future and play Dota instead. Trust me, you will not regret it. It is, though. It is difficult. The funny thing, like, okay, so side quest, sidetrack, as we're waiting for the game to kick into gear. I see so many posts on Reddit about League of Legends players going to Dota. They're done with League, they say. League is trash, it's toxic, it's terrible, and I just want... I want to play a MOBA that's better than League. And Dota is, and it is not even close. However, I then see about a month later people posting on the same account in the same Reddit saying, Dota is too hard, I don't understand the game, the mechanics are too difficult. And I just think, yeah, that's the point. You were playing League because it was simple. It is a simple game for simple people who want a simple existence, and then they want to feel like they're good at something, and that's simply not the case. The game isn't good. The game is hard. Everybody knows this phrase. If you play Dota for even 5 minutes, you'll know this saying, game is hard. Because you might see all of a sudden a mid lane who is normally a support player, like Oracle mid, right? And you think, oh, I've won this game. I'm against an Oracle mid. This is fucking easy. And all of a sudden that Oracle mid has a mechanic or a build or a setup that just beats you and beats you into the ground. And they've planned this from before you even started playing the game. And you've lost. And you don't even know you've lost. That's the greatest thing about, like, Dota is such a head fuck. It's such a mind game that you might have lost the game before you've even started playing it. You can be outplayed before you've even clicked your mouse. And I love that. I love that about that game. A little bit of a tangent, I know. But somebody mentioned League of Legends, and I'm telling you right now, you're wasting your time. Firstly, nobody's going to employ you off the back of being good at that game. That's a start. Secondly, it's not worth being good at that game. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I can teach a fucking 5-year-old how to play that. Like, jungle, are you kidding me? All you do is hit creeps AFK, Sometimes you get involved with the other jungler and then you go and fight them randomly sometimes. And for the rest of the game, you just choose which of the 3 different lanes you go and fight. Well done. You're a jungler. And some people get paid professionally to do that. Like, genuinely, there are analysts that get paid in that game, you know? Somebody is employed to tell the guy who AFKs most of the game in the jungle, not fighting other people, but fighting AFK creeps, where they need to go and fight. That's a fucking job and a half. Somebody pay me some money. I will be a League of Legends analyst right now. Hey mate, I know you've been fighting creeps in the jungle for the last 35 minutes. And you've been successfully coming out of lane once every 5 minutes in order to fight someone. Maybe, our analyst says. Our analytics show us, the data has shown us, that the next thing you need to do is this. Nah, I'm sorry, man. I'm hating a little bit here. Unfortunately, I'm a little salty. But it never clicked with me. I never really fully got the hype behind that game. Meanwhile, in this game, which is much better, play this game. Don't play League or Dota. What are we talking about? Don't do either of those 2 things. Play this game. Because the South at the moment are at 31%. And people are getting run down, left, right and centre. The North, however, enjoying a 6.8% strength of bugs. And there have been some sends. 800 green from the North to the South. The South haven't fired a shot. Shocker. We did talk about this earlier on. They don't have anybody building spam. And the South are flailing in the wind at the moment, it looks like. Yeah, here we go. I think there is a fundamental misunderstanding of how these game modes are being played. I'm really negative today. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be. But this is. There's no spam. You know, where's our green spam? Where's our red spam? Where is this? You see this? We're on hard mode, where it's 200% throw efficiency. Why don't we have this in South? You know, we're losing bases left, right and centre on the South because we didn't send at the right time. Devastation is about to kind of wreak its havoc on the South. And yes, we have some military being built, and yes, there's some being sent at some point. The South are just enjoying. They didn't, and they needed it, and it's not hard to make. It's not hard to make at all. It's really easy. I mean, look at this, right? You could siphon parts of this green science off, and they're even researching with some of the military science. Damn, that's a flex. That is a flex and a half. To be fair, the South have a wall. Oh no, wait, well, they have a bit of wall, and then the wall stops. And then we have this nonsense. Can they absorb this? I mean, yes. Like, the bugs are still killable now. Like, but almost 1,000 red signs going over to the South it's significant. You could have done this from the moment the game started. You know, somebody could have run over here and built up a bit of this, a bit of this, a bit of this, and just done this play. Like, this team here hasn't done anything special. This is not high IQ, but it works. For this level, this level that we're at, spamming red signs, it works. And here it is working for them. Meanwhile, the South haven't really thrown a punch, and I'm worried that they're going to get outscaled as well. Like, have they thrown anything? No. But they're researching with a bit of military in them. Are they planning on walling up? No, they can't be, surely. Are they really planning on getting flamers down? I don't know, dude. Do they really get a wall down and put flamers behind it? Yeah, no, I saw that, dude. Like, it's... I like it. The play is correct. It's a good play. but still, like, I'm not overly convinced by that. Like, this, it looks a bit janky, and it is. It's cheap though. You know, to build like the stone furnace wall, it's kind of cheap. And beyond that as well, like, it's Sanathakio, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, mate. Appreciate you. I hope you're having a good weekend. And thank you for all the new follows as well. I'm having a bit of a negative stream today. I'll try and turn it around. I'll try and flip it on its head. Yeah, war production's coming in. I just think they're going to get sideswiped, right? Like, we know, and we've seen this before, that games are sometimes dictated by the way that the biters move. And yes, they will come down the middle of the pitch, like this. Cancel. No, I don't want to get rid of that. They will also come around the side like this. So we may see, well, we will see, almost certainly, this wall become defunct. Because down the line, the bugs will purely just go round. And if they do go round, you're in for a world of pain. So, yeah, it's not as simple as just building one front door. Typically, if you want defense, it needs to go in this direction. It needs to come out, around, and then seal your base off. You need a box. You need a box. Kieran, of course you can join, mate. Yeah, dude. Jump in. Jump in. The way that you join is you just log into Factorio normally and search for biter battles, and you should be able to load in to this little island. And then from here you can just watch the game. So yeah, absolutely, mate. Damn, there we go, sideswipe. Now, grenades will kill these guys. We're closing in on 50% evolution for the south, so the bugs will evolve one more time to large bugs. And when they become big or large, they have blue shells, and when they have blue shells, they become very difficult to kill with grenades. So we are on a timing clock here. Like, we're not going to sit in this state of the game forever. And in fact, if they do become large, I believe they will just monster the defenses. Yes, the south might be able to get the flamer turrets up, and yes, that is a good thing. But I get the feeling that they're about to be hard pushed out of their base. Although, let's take a look at research real quick. So Flamer's about to be finished, meaning both teams have them. South are going for red chips. No, come on. Are you really going for blue? .3D chess. Dude, you need to check out 4D chess and 5D chess. They are a thing. If you mean 3D biter battles with multiple planets, that would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Like, you have a planet that you play on, and then you send... Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, again, what I would say is that this mod, this version of the game, is created by... It's created by a load of volunteers. So we have a lot of ideas and plans of how to play the game. This is my co-host for the next game, Low Dark. As you can see, he's a legend. Killing all the bugs. What an absolute chad. Yeah, all of this stuff is made by volunteers. So, you know, it takes time for us to implement stuff because everybody's got a day job, right? Not everybody has the time to organize their life around creating this kind of stuff. The fact that we have this already is amazing, by the way, and massive credit to anybody who's had any involvement in making this happen and getting biter battles to the state that it's in now. I think that it's an incredibly unique and fun thing to be involved in, and that has come about through just people's passion. You know, people be getting really involved in the game, people digging in and diving into the code and programming elements of it, hosting servers, making sure that we have the right admins, the right rules, getting rid of people that are toxic. There's a huge swathe of people behind this, and I'm very proud to say that I'm part of a small community that are really looking after a niche but very fun competitive game mode in Factorio. You're not going to find anything like this out there. I've been around the block, like, you're not, especially something this well looked after as well. Like, I've seen lots of like custom game modes where the guys made it and then just left it, and then it's just what it is, and there's just one meta, and then, you know, they don't patch it or bug fix, it just is what it is. This game mode is fantastic, as well as things like this, right? Like, I hate to be that guy, but like, we have new additions being added to the game all the time, new UIs, like quality of life stuff. People are really passionate about this, and it shows. So we're currently existing in a golden state, I believe, of this game, and it's only getting better. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, welcome to anybody who's new. You're in a really cool part of the internet right now, and I'm not just saying that for the sake of saying it. And if you'll have watched the whole video, you'll have heard me ranting about League of Legends 5 minutes ago, so that doesn't really track. But this game mode, how this game is played, the different ways you can play this game, and the different ways and strategies you have of playing and winning this game, make it incredibly unique. Add to that a dedicated admin and you know, kind of developer inside of the mod itself. Yeah, it's incredible, mate. It's incredible we have this. So next time you see Neuro, just say, hey mate, thanks for this. This is really fucking cool. You know, because this is Neuro's brainchild, and all of you that don't know, Neuro 666 is the head admin, the headman of this game, and as far as I'm aware, it's his kind of it's his baby, effectively, this game mode. The South are getting rinsed. Holy. The South are getting absolutely rinsed. Meanwhile, the North are just enjoying spam. Here we go, here's some spam. Would you like to see some more spam? Alright, I'll show you. There's some more spam. We're playing hard mode where spam works. The South haven't got that message, but the North have. And they're currently winning. These big blue guys here are big bugs. And these big bugs are, yeah, really hard to kill. Really hard to kill, in fact. And very soon they will be chasing you down, killing you off, and making your life hell. And for every minute you spend trying to fight these guys is a minute that you don't progress in your team's build. And it is good that they do have flame turrets down. These flame turrets are very strong, and they will kill bugs. There's more of that where it came from. Exactly. No, come on. Are we really going for a blue push? North are saying we don't do blue. The South are setting up for blue. Seriously? No, I know, but you need blue first, right? To get to purple. You can't just go straight to purple. So this is an indication that they're going deeper, and I don't know why. Like, are they setting any oil up? Well, they have some oil, I guess. No, you don't get there. Come on, guys. This is fundamental. This is fundamental. This is basics. For any of you guys, the initiated, those of you who watch the game, know that hard mode doesn't go far. It's about who can get spam up first and then just win the spam race. So let me take a look at, this is South's wall. Let's decide together. This is South's wall right now. And this is North's wall right now. Who has won the spam race? Who has spammed the most science in order to cause their enemy a problem? I would argue, the North have won that. Yeah. The problem is it traps you, mate. if somebody undecons, you're all of a sudden stuck in the middle of a wall, which is getting flamed on. Is there any reason you're in the chat at the moment with them, Lower Dark, and I don't want you to give away any secrets, but like, why are we not seeing any spam from the south? They're not throwing anything. It's like a belligerent. Yeah, we're not going to do that, and they have some mill, right? Surely they just get rushed off the map, don't they? The south are just going to get rushed. Like, you can't overcome the amount of pressure coming in and survive long enough that you keep your base up. They're just going to lose. No, don't use landmines, guys. I did that once. I set up a special game with landmines, and they are so unbelievably broken in this game mode. The south are in a world of pain. The north is just cruising to a win. Limited landmines is fine. If you had something like 5 per player, that would reward people going out and defending. You know what I mean? Like if you had 5 landmines per person, but something like that would work. I'm not too worried about this. You know? Ah, okay. Okay. So the game starts with some landmines around them. Oh, damn, look at that. They've torn through this. There's just no way. I'm calling it now. Like, the South have just not. Today, and it's not an indictment on the individuals playing, but today the South have just not got this one right. The Flamer Towers are good, and yes, in areas the wall is strong. No, the next game will be an easier difficulty, which means we will see a longer game, and the longer game means we'll see more of the game. So we'll see rockets maybe, we'll see late game technology, and we will see some other bases. At the moment we have like a main base here, you know, and the same for the north. We have a main base, and beyond that there are some smaller bases outside of it. In a longer game mode, in an easier game mode, sorry, for game number 2, we will see more development. At the moment, this is just a scramble to see who can survive the longest, and I believe that the North have won that scramble by quite a margin. They've put down a cheaper wall, and cheaper is always better in this game mode. They've managed to spam more, which is again much more playable than not being spammed. And even here, like, are we going to save the screen signs? Are these buildings backed up? What are we doing? Box this up. Put this in a box. Oh no. We talked about this earlier, didn't we, guys? The side swipe for real. There's no protecting. Sorry, there's no protection. You can protect against this. As I rub my head in dismay. Let's take a look at how the game has gone so far in terms of sending, because we're at this point for a reason. Nothing really has been sent from the south to the north. Meanwhile, 7,000 green from the north to the south, 6,000 from the north to the south. One team understood the assignment. One team have delivered. The other team are looking at bugs inches away from their silo. This is a great demonstrator as to like plans in place rather than plans that are placed. So you can plan all you want to get to blue, and this is cool. Oh, wouldn't it be amazing? But we're never going to get there. You're not going to get there against a good opponent. Sorry, an opportunistic opponent. If I get my words out, they will always intercept your plans. They will always stop you from doing what you want to do. If I'm on the enemy team and I see this, we're just throwing red. We're throwing red and green. Power has been smashed to pieces. Do we have, I mean, what is it now? It's still green, I guess. but they're making it close. And that's not the first wave or the only wave that'll come in. They'll continually come in, lads. Like, they are going to keep coming and they will not stop. The North have just had no problems, really. Here we go, here's a wave, right? Let's look at the difference. Here's a wave. There's kind of a decent wall. Behind that wall are some flamers. Let's see let's see what happens next. Yep. Problem solved, right? There's not much more to talk about. They might kill off a few furnaces. You can replace those furnaces, that's fine. And I'm just worried about the next flank, the next pack or wave of bugs that make it round the edge of the base. Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen around here or here. And I'm just worried, like, are we actually going to see blue? Do they have any red chip production at all? Like, where is this going? Tiny problem up here for the North. I'm sure they'll solve it. The green spam comes in. Meanwhile on the South, the bugs pour in. And again, this is just not a fun thing to be involved in. Like, this is... To be down here on this southern area, to defend like this, I look at it like it's chaos, mate. Absolute chaos. South have produced 140 flamers, yeah, and I'm sure they're replacing them at that rate as well. This cannot continue. Like, you're going to eventually have to kind of figure out a path forward, and we're still making red chips. Oh, we're going for red chips at least. To be fair, the North haven't evolved beyond this. Like, they're staying at the military science spam level. And there's a slight contamination of the belts as well. Carl definitely didn't just stream snipe me, right? But they're not going anywhere, right? It's going to stay like this. This is how they stay. This is where they're going to win. Hey Holloway, how you doing? The South are dealing with a 66% strength bug. Almost 67, 66.8. North are 19.7, so they, for some strange reason, and the mind boggles at this, haven't sent really any punches on a hard game mode, striving to survive or struggling to survive depending on which way you look at it, because their line holds for now but barely in places, to then endeavor to send blue signs, which is a play. Like, blue will work for them, but my argument is, like, how long are they waiting for this to happen? Like, this is really precarious. You could lose this game at any given time on the South, because 70% bugs at this point in the game, they can just come around you and rinse you. And yes, of course, they've got some good threat farmers. They're doing a good job of trying to kill the bugs off and group them up. But well, the South are already dealing with. I mean, the next evolution will be behemoths for them. The North are dealing with like small bugs, smalls. Like there's nothing this level going on up here for these guys. Look at this. I mean, that's one grenade. Deals with all of these if you can group them up correctly. Meanwhile, there is somebody in the bottom. This is like Mad Max out here, you know, driving around in your car, throwing grenades, setting them on fire. They're still alive. They're still coming in. It's there's been a fundamental difference between the North and the South, and the South have done well to get these defenses up, and they've done well in order to maintain their defenses. But North is fine, absolutely fine for now. If the South managed to get there, it's actually a very close analogy there from Enkling. The South is like Helldivers. It's just nightmare mode. The North is just, yeah, you know, we've got wall. Wall's good. Wall's cheap. One flamer every, you know, 2 or 3 spots. That'll do us. How good is by the way, how good is Helldivers? Haven't played it in a while. They've introduced a new, is it a race? A new breed of enemy. We have the bugs, we have the robots, and I think there are some aliens now. I might be wrong, but I'm almost certain I saw some aliens that we could fight. Behemoth starts at 90%. So the largest version of the bugs that we see will begin at 90% evolution, and that is very close for the South. At this game mode as well, we're in an accelerated version of the game. So this 1500 red signs would normally do nothing at this level, but would normally do nothing in a normal game mode, but because we're in hard, every send is 200% more efficient. So even spamming red at this point in the game is worth it. It's worthwhile. But that being said, they hang on. Let's take a look at research. It's been a while since I've done that. Let's see what they're prioritizing. The South are going everything blue. The North aren't ready for a big send. The North aren't ready for a big send. If the North get hit hard, they're not going to survive this. Damn, the boss, look how long it takes to kill this guy off. Like, the health bar above the bug means it's a boss, by the way. For anybody that doesn't know, that's new, that's watching, if they have a health bar above them, these are normal bugs, and they have a normal health pool. If they have a bar above their head, let's see if we can find one. Is there anybody out here? Every now and again, a boss will spawn. Honestly, Zero Sun doing the Lord's work out here. If he wasn't doing this, or they weren't doing this, then the bugs would be smashing the front door down right now. And there's not much of a front door. So what Zero Sun is doing is playing active defense, aggressive defense, and working their way through a pack of bugs with grenades, which is the only tool they have available to them. There aren't many. A car and some grenades and a dream is all they have. If the North lose and the South win, it will be because of stuff like this. No, dude. Let's not do that. Yeah. What are we doing? Why are we doing that? Okay, do you want to research with that? What are we doing? As long as he gets rid of it, like, you can't have, don't pick up signs. Number one rule, and I say this to all new players, right? When you see this area here, the labs and the research and stuff, and all the signs on the line, you may be inclined to grab this and throw it to the enemy. Don't do that. Don't do it. It's the biggest mistake you can make as a new player. The best thing you can do is leave this area alone. This is the last place you want to be. Because all of the people that have played the game for thousands of hours and that know what they're doing, they have like a plan and they have an optimized kind of play style they want to kind of work towards. And by coming here and messing with this, really fucks with their timings. So this is like not worth your time to be involved in. Leave it alone. Let somebody else deal with this. Go off and do something slightly less advanced, but slightly more impactful. You're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. Which is exactly why you should kind of... I would almost, in a way, right? Give me a second. Let me get my drawing tools out. Because I would want this to happen. You should have the ability as a captain to do this, right? I think you should be able to. Let me just get this drawing tool up real quick. You should be allowed to draw a red box, I think. If you're captain, right? I think you should be able to draw a red box on the ground. And that red box denotes, do not come here, do not fuck with this area. Right? It makes sense. And all that does is, it tells anybody who's new, or somebody that doesn't really know, not to come here. So like once a game, wherever your science is, you could just set a box up and say, look, this area here is not to be, you know, just don't pick anything up here. Don't mess with this, just leave it alone. This is like our beating heart of the game. You know, if you fuck around with this, then everybody loses. Or that. Yeah, mate, that's actually an easier way. If you could code it in. Yeah, dude, that's actually a really good idea. You should suggest that, mate. You should get into Discord and suggest that. That's a really good... If you could hard code so that if you select the captain role, then you can send and potentially allow through some kind of command somebody else to send as well. So let's say, for instance, we're playing a longer game mode, right? So we're playing like ITYTD, right? And we have an outpost that is making rockets. They shouldn't have to bring you the signs for you to send, but you might be able to enable one of the outposters to be part of your sending group. It's already in the game. Damn. Hazard concrete would be a good idea. Yeah. Just anything that would say, look, not here. You know? And the thing is, we all know, unless obviously the bugs come here and kill this, we all know that this area won't move or change. It will stay here. The same way that, you know, the North have their little science area. It won't move or change. This will stay here the whole game. So why not just put a fence around it? It won't be relevant to most of our players, right? Most of the people that play the game know not to mess around in that area. That's fine. But for the few that need to know, or for the newer players who don't understand, who think they're helping, that might be enough of a sign for them to say, go away, do something else. I'm really impressed, by the way, by the South. I know I was giving them some shit earlier on. They are researching with their blue, mate. I'm scared. I'm scared for the South. They're researching purple. Come on. Are we really going to go there? Is the first game of the tournament today, and there are two today, is the first one going to go on longer than the second one on a harder difficulty? We're 80% on the South. But they're walling up. Like, they're doing it. They're making it happen. And I've got massive respect for them, because like getting this down with this much pressure on you is not easy. Like the threat farmers, the guys that are out here like guiding the waves away from the main base are doing a huge job. And we're getting to the point now where like large amounts of red and green signs aren't going to cut it. Like they're not going to get them over the line. So we're looking now at like, I don't know, dude. Like, wouldn't you just box this blue up and send it? Not that you can send a ton of blue anyway, but... Damn. There it is. They converted it. The purple machine starts running. Yeah, dude, you're not wrong. The purple machine is about to fire up and it will be deadly. Here it is. The purple machine. But my question is, like, how much, like, there's no fucking way. If they research with any of this, no. Like, absolutely not. There's no way. You need to throw this in the box, lads. Like, do not research with this. Get this off the line. Do not put this in the lab. I'm rooting for the South now. The North, they've had a tactic. They're still dealing with super easy bugs to fight. Like, look at this. These waves are nothing. 21% strength. This is not a problem for them. And as these bugs come in, they'll hit the wall. The flamers will hit them and they will die. Let's take a look. So an easy defense, right? They're not killing much. They're not doing any damage. Yes, they'll chew through some cheap walls, but ultimately we're not really in any kind of problem territory here. In the South, however, the bugs are being hit by flame and they stay alive. And they're still alive. And they're continually fighting the wall. And there's more of them. Another wave comes in. And over time, your wall will degrade. And there are no robots in this game, so over time the wall will be chipped into too. I think they've done well here to defend. Like, there's still some small gaps in the wall, but I mean, are we really seeing a southern win here? I called it 10-15 minutes ago. I said, well, in fact more than that, probably about 20 minutes ago now. I said that the South had no chance. Could I be wrong? No, never. Impossible. I'm never wrong. How could that happen? Have we built any purple though? That's the key. Are we building it? Like, having it here now is one thing, but actually making it? No. No purple flasks yet have been created. And we have a semi-contaminated line up here as well. That's not great. And we're missing steel and bricks. How is that line getting mixed? And it's funny because you can see the people stream sniping because they're the ones that are fixing the mistakes I find. Yeah. Alright, it's on. It's officially on. So we're at the 58-minute mark. We should soon, if we look at Research C, they can see my cursor. Oh, damn. Let me just, I'll tuck it away. What I'll do is I'll zoom into an area and then I'll just move it away rather than doing this. To like highlight a specific thing. Like a warning sign, like a flare going off on the screen. Well, they've done it. They've managed to get there. I am very impressed. The first jar of purple has been made at 58 minutes into the game. Day Drinking, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, mate. Sorry I missed you out 7 minutes ago, but I hope you're having a good weekend. I turned my alerts off only because they are quite loud. So thank you, mate. Apologies for not catching you when you came in, but I appreciate it, mate. I hope you're having a good weekend. Purple is coming in, and purple is on. How much purple? How much of this can they make before they end North's dreams? Because these packs aren't really a problem, let's be honest. And we can see now Waves is getting devastated easily by these flame towers. If the North were dealing with the South's bugs, their defenses would be breached. So the South aren't far away from behemoths. Their defenses are relatively well set, but they're being tested at the moment with large waves and bosses. Now 86.8%. Yeah, like they're not far away from. Oh damn. Bernard died. Press F in chat, lads, for Bernard. And they're taking the purple out the box to make sure that we don't know how much they have. It's a good strat. It is a good strat. If the South managed to do this, it will be off the back of absolute defense. You know, the builders have done well and they're quick, obviously. Like, you can't be slow in doing this, but if the North do win this, and if the South do win this and the North lose, like, we saw a wave smash into the power element on South earlier on, which could have been a game ender, right? They were right here. They were right on top of the silo. The comeback is real. The comeback is real. Here we go, 38. Ooh, that's spicy. That's very spicy. That's not a lot of purple. The North will be absolutely panicking right now. They didn't go to blue, and they're certainly nowhere near purple. So 81 jugs have been thrown from South to North, and the North are now dealing with 47%. Now bear in mind, like, it doesn't take many purple jugs to throw their evolution off the curve. But what the South are dealing with now is they're 2% away from having behemoths. So we're on a bit of a clock here, like 30 more go across from South to North. Do they have enough purple to skew the game? Or are we just looking at the South getting smashed by behemoths? 89.4. We're only 0.6% away from the worst level of this game, or the most challenging level of this game kicking in for the South. The North's wall will now be aggressed upon by mostly large bugs and mediums. Those waves are still yet to come in. The North haven't pushed beyond military signs, so the North are kind of jammed in. Really jammed in, whereas like the South are ready to go. Like, the big issue I have with the South is that if you have behemoths, you might just lose your base anyway. Like, this defense is great and the wall is huge, and they've done very well here, to be fair to them. But could this just be over? Oil. That's a good point. Well, they should have a... No, they don't, because it's firing non-stop, but you'd hope that they could plug in a few cheeky, you know, like a couple of cheeky little patches out here, maybe? Could potentially run yourself over here or over here. You know what I mean? Just to grab some extras. Yeah, oil could be a problem, dude. Once the behemoths come, especially, like, you're going to be using everything you have in order to keep them away, so... And there we go, behemoths have been spotted. We're at 90% now. Have the South waited a little bit too long? Well, there he is, the first big guy. I mean, they'll still die, obviously. It's not game, but now most of the kind of makeup of each wave will be a behemoth. So we'll start to see more of these green ones appear and less of these purples, and soon it'll be majoritively green and no purple or blue at all. Now the party really starts. You're not wrong. Why are they chesting random items here as well? Like, have you seen what's in this box? Belts, assembly 2s, some wood. I mean, surely somebody's done the maths here, but you don't just... You need more than what you have. Like, to get them beyond 90% in the North. And let's see, like, are they having any issues defending? They shouldn't. Really? Like, their wall's not thick, but they have multiple layers. And they have multiple flamers as well. Let's take a look at research. Let's see if they researched flammables. Yeah, they have, yeah. So both teams have refined flammables and they're moving into projectile damage. The North are capped though, right? They can't do more than this. Oh, damn. The spam base is going to go down. It's not a big deal. I mean, this had no more room to run, basically. Like, they were always going to get taken out eventually. But this is a massive thorn in the side of the South. Like, this base especially was kind of relevant at the beginning of the game to push them deep into the kind of, 30, 40, 50%. So it's almost kind of like poetic that now that the south have stabilized, that their bugs are now destroying this part of the map, uprooting a problem that once was for the south quite large and vast, and yet now is just food for the bugs. Yeah, they're ripping through this. And do you know what? You love to see it. Swings and roundabouts. I just wonder how much of this they get. They get all of this, right? They'll just destroy this unless they path away. The way that pathing works isn't necessarily that they fight everything they see. They'll become aggressive and then move and then become aggressive and move. Otherwise, they would be easily led. And you could just literally build a set of buildings to kind of filter bugs away from you. So yeah, it's not typical that they destroy everything. But I'm glad that they've uprooted bits of this base. I mean, it's hard to replace this, right? It's not worth basically replacing this. Meanwhile, the south wall are holding the line for now. Yeah, they're holding the line, it looks like. There's no major breaches. The north are dealing with some waves, but again, those waves aren't that difficult to deal with. We're at 74% now for the north, so these waves will get stronger, but even then, this isn't an issue. It shouldn't be. They will break through parts of this wall, or parts of the frontal wall, but there's enough defense here to break away most of this wave. That being said though, like a bug killing a pipe off is actually kind of a big deal. Like if they've just cut off most of your oil production, then yeah, I'd be worried about that. Anything to be worried about here on the north? No, not yet. Dude, pick Zero Sun, holy shit. Every game pick this guy. If he wasn't doing this right now, I'm almost, and others as well, it's not just him, but just if people stop doing this, the game's over, right? As we can see here, a pancaked car. Because they're just on top of your defenses. They're just going for you. So where are the south going from here? I just guess expanding production? Trying to speed up their purple build? Damn, Lower Duck died. F in chat, guys. Well, it's picked itself up, to be fair. I thought this would be a very, very fast game. And the South can still lose this, but they're in control. Like, they are controlling the game now. Whereas the North now are slightly out of control. They have to start building up layers of proficiency they didn't necessarily have before. Because if they want to progress or go deeper into the game, they're not going to be able to kind of do that with the initial kind of setup they have. They're going to need a ton more of research and a ton more of science. So Zero Sun is playing like it's Doom. Yeah, mate, it's starting to get rough, right? There's starting to be a lot more green on the pitch than blue and purple. The North, you can see now again, their wall is really starting to be torn down now. And once the bugs get through this, there's not much behind it that can protect them, so I'm not sure what the play is here. They're not going to go lasers. I don't think they can. Okay, the North logically are going for red belts. I mean, look at this though. The wall is still getting hammered on the south. There's not a huge amount that you can really say here. That it will just, for the rest of the game. Yeah. Are you telling me they're not going to just build loads of red belts? Aren't red belts how you win? I'd certainly be looking to grab some outside oil and bringing it back into the base. Like, this is the only defense you have. You can't have it tap out of resources. You know, the moment these run dry, your game is over. Like, you as an individual now, there's not a huge amount you can do at this point. Potentially, yes, you can go for unsorted. What is this? Get out. You can go for like poison capsules. I'd certainly go for them. And there we go. Pipe says it. What a great idea. Poison caps. Yes. 79% on the north now. Problems are knocking at the door. They're going to start... Oh, dude, if they smash into that... It's kind of big. Actually, that's kind of huge. Because what oil do they have outside of that? They have a couple of oil there, a couple here. The bugs are through? Damn, that wall is thin. Okay, right, so... The north are now in a world of pain. And they're only 10% off dealing with their own behemoths. But what a swing. What an absolute swing of a game this has been. I went from being completely in despair and the north are going to win to like, yeah, I think the north might lose this now, boys. I'm worried. I'm worried they're in. Now, obviously, this can be defended, and this isn't game by any stretch of the imagination. Like, you don't just give up because they've broken into the base once. But if you look across the board, right, like there is a lot to do here, and the wall is large for the north. It's huge. You know, in scale-wise, I mean, yes, there's more to defend on the south, but it's thick, and you can get there in time. The north have got, in areas, a very thin wall to deal with. And here we go, the bug's just coming back in. 82% on the north now. This is getting spicy. It's getting very spicy. Purple's building. They're still sending military science is the best they can do on the north. There's not a huge amount more research they can do. Oh yeah, how are you guys feeling about Motown music for the backing track? Like, I kind of like it. I might need to use Motown a bit more. I chucked on some funk last week and some Motown popped in and I had like a suggestion for it. So I might throw down on some more Motown for future streams. Damn, there's still a boss in. Beatles. Yeah. Let me call up MGM Studios and ask them if I can use their music. Unfortunately, if you play anything copyrighted, everything gets flagged. I had a problem with that. Like, I streamed once, and in a 3-hour stream, one song, and it was like not long, it was like a 3-minute long song was a copyrighted song. The entire thing got flagged. And I got a flag on my stream saying, look, don't use copyright music or, you know, you'll get taken away. They'll take my account away. So yeah, I need their permission, unfortunately. And I don't think Ringo Starr or Paul McCartney will allow me to play their music on my stream. I'd love them to. And I can only ask. Paul, if you're out there, Ringo, if you're out there, please. Let me throw down some Beatles to some Biter Battles. I'll even rename Biter Battles to the Biter Beatles, if you want. We'll rename these guys from Bugs to Beatles, and then you can have your own immortalized version of yourself, obviously not like this, in the game. You'll always get a strike. And that's the weird, like, it's a real tightrope to walk, you know? Like, I don't mind if the video is demonetized. That's not the purpose of having the video. But you can have like a tiny bit of audio. If my phone rings and I have like a copyrighted song as my ringtone and my microphone picks that up, that's a strike. It's wild, mate. Like, and all of a sudden a YouTube channel or a Twitch stream that you've had for years can just disappear, just out of the blue, because you just get copyright struck. So I'm very careful to make sure that, you know, the music that comes on is not, well, I hope most of it, and 99.9% of it, is not copywritten music. Otherwise, I'm in a world of pain. And I can set all this up again. That's true, but all it takes is for somebody during the Twitch stream to flag it. And there are people out there that do that, mate. Be aware, like, not everybody that watches is a friend. You know, you have to be aware. Like, I had somebody on my YouTube channel who didn't like me in another video game. They went and downvoted and reported every single video I had on my channel. Just imagine how petty you have to be to do that. So I played, what game was it now that I played them in? It must have been Dota or something, right? I played them in Dota, they were on my team, we lost. They blamed me, it wasn't my fault. They then found my stream and reported me for all sorts of stuff. I got reported for abuse. They put fucking terrorism report in, like I was inciting racism and hatred. I wasn't, obviously. They went to my YouTube channel and reported every single video I had and flagged them for everything. And obviously none of it stuck. But it's still kind of like, you're still open to people doing that to you. So it's why on this stream, you won't hear me talk a huge amount about politics or like world news and stuff, because yeah, people take it too far. And we're here for video games. We're not here for that, you know. If I want a political channel, I'll set up a political channel. But I don't, for that reason exactly. 100%. And let's get it back on track. Let's get back into the game. They become much, much stronger. And they also have a chance to revive. Only the green bugs, and only the green bugs that are evolved, will have a chance to revive. And as you can see now, the wall that used to exist is now being destroyed quicker by the bugs. So they basically power up over time. These guys start off very weak, and in the space of a game, as we can see now, they're breaking through your defenses and into your base. The North are yet to experience this level of pain, and the South are really having to fight this one off. Yeah. They get buffed up, basically. And here you can see now a single boss is sat in the middle of as much damage as it could be sat in. And it's just doing whatever it wants. You know, it will be a struggle to deal with this boss on its own. And behind him is a huge, well, two holes actually in the wall here that they've managed to kind of penetrate into. So, like, I always say this, the first wave isn't the problem. But when you start having multiple waves crash into your base, eventually there's going to be some erosion that happens that you can't fix. It's like the wave has come in like this, and they've kind of smashed into the wall, and then like wave 3 and 4 are the ones that make it through. So wave 1, 2 and 3 aren't the ones, they just chip away, but like the 3rd, the 4th and the 5th wave absolutely break in, and if they can do that, then yeah, you lose your base. So you have to plan for that. You need to kind of have in your mind like what your strategy is to rebuild this. And obviously, as we can see here now, people patching holes and yeah, just trying their best to keep the game alive, you know. Meanwhile, on the North, we have behemoths now. There's somebody repairing a flamer as well as it killing bugs. Yeah, the North they're in some problem territory now. The South can accelerate the game faster than the North can, purely because they have access to purple signs, which the North do not. In fact, the North don't have access to blue signs, and that's a huge, huge difference here. Like, if the North were going to win, it was about 20 minutes ago that win condition would have happened. The South have been belligerent in their defense, and as you can see, it's chaos, but they're defending, and they're defending well. And this is about as good as it gets. Like, it's never pretty, it's never sexy. Defense is the hardest thing to do, and it sucks. And if you're a defensive player, you might be doing this for like an hour. You're not going to be doing this for 5 minutes and then you get to go back to do something else. You are literally here on the front line the whole time. And this wave here, for instance, this behemoth wave, they've just eaten through this wall. Look at that. That's one wave, by the way. That is 100% wave smashing into your defenses, and they've chipped a hole that large. Every wave that comes in will do this. From now on, you are dealing with that level of threat and that level of pressure. So it's not, yeah, it's only going to, oh, we got pings. Where are we pinging? One sec. What's that? Okay, I don't get, I'm going to avoid that spam. Devastation. Absolute devastation over here. Even the wall is like, what the fuck? You're right, mate. You're right. On both sides though, right? Because like there's no wall here now. Look at that. Everything here is just destroyed. And again, like you can kill these bugs, but they're not easy to kill. And waves now of behemoths should start aggressing onto the north. So the south have been dealing with this for a while. And as you can see now, there's a larger green build-up of bugs. The green being the strongest version. There are now more green than there are pink. When the pink will die, then more green will come. These guys up here, with health bars, are bosses. So the south have been dealing with a really horrible threat this whole time, as another wave builds up here, mostly green. But they're surviving. Barely, but they're surviving. The north though, they're about to see their own behemoths come in, and this is close. This is much closer than I thought it would be. I called it a while ago for the north to win, and yeah, they might just lose this, guys. Because again, it's not bug number one that comes in that's the problem. It's this level that comes through that just is tearing through the base. Like there's nothing. I don't think they have any options, by the way. Like I don't think there's anything that they have. It massively has swung, mate. 20 minutes ago, I was saying the North have won this, hands down. Looking at the game now, the North have lost this because they haven't progressed. They gambled and rolled the dice on having one level of efficiency, not planning anything behind that. And, you know, again, this is dealable. You can solve this problem. This isn't a huge problem, but this coming in now, for instance, more waves. This, yeah, dude, like, this is not comfortable. This is kind of game. This is kind of game. Damn, they got blitzy. So yeah, multiple incursions, multiple bugs coming in at multiple lines. Yeah, this is not fun to deal with at all. And as you can see now, behemoths are just ripping through the defenses. Like, the South have played this one incredibly well. South oil, okay. It looks healthy. I mean, they're not running out anytime soon. They're low, sure. They're definitely low. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. If they can keep doing plays like this, it will give their oil derricks a chance to kind of refresh. And look at that, lads. Look, poison capsules. You need them. Look at all those bugs go down. If all you have to deal with is behemoths, that's fine. That's more than fine, right? Grab a load of bugs like this. This is threat farming, guys. Late game threat farming, by the way, 105%. Kite them around, group them up, and then when you can, drop a load of poison caps onto them and you'll start detonating them. And instead of them running into your wall, like obviously killing your wall off, they're just chasing you around. So it pays to play like this. It pays off to be in this mode of gameplay. And here we have two players with the same idea. Chucking a load of poison caps down and watching a wave just half itself. And again, if you can drop it by half, you're winning, right? You don't want to deal with a full wave coming into your base. Meanwhile, on the north, I think this is the same wave that came in the front door about 5 minutes ago, with more coming in now. So, I mean, they're in and there's not much here to deflect. The bugs will rampage through. Damn, pipes died. And if you're on the north, there's not really much you can do. You're kind of capped out in your capacity. Your capabilities are maximized at the moment, and they're not enough for this. So all you can really do is thoughts and prayers for them, to be honest. Damn. Blitzy died again. The behemoths are unreal. They're like 3 tapping turrets as well, so it's not as if the turrets are even alive long enough to do any damage. They're just devastating the area. And this is happening on multiple fronts. So we have here proliferation, here proliferation, more proliferation here with waves waiting outside for some strange reason. Here as well we have some proliferation, and there's no walls here. So yeah, the enemy are in and they're on top of your stuff. And for any of you that don't know, I may not have mentioned this yet, but if any bug gets on top of this silo and kills it, it's game. And as you can see, there are some bugs, and there is your silo. And if those two connect, and one side wins the fight, yeah, it's game. It's game, guys. Well played, South. Holy shit. Like, I did not see this coming. I genuinely thought that they were out of the game when they started to push for purple. And I hold my hand up and say I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. I called it, and I'm sad that I called it like that. Because here we have the North getting blown up. It's GG's, everyone. The South have won. Let's do the prediction. Because, yeah, some of you are right. And some of you are wrong, but I'm not going to hold it against you. You voted what you thought would happen. And to be honest, I was with you. Anybody that voted for the North, I was with you most of that way. It was only really in the last 30 minutes that everything swung against. South win, look at that. Let me just find out when the next game starts. Blitzy, you're going to have to start again, mate. You didn't bet all of your pot noodles, did you, right? There's no way you bet everything you had. You need to save some, right? When you get a chance to bet that stuff, just save like 100 of them for the next one. Don't bet them all. In 30 minutes. The next game starts in 30. JMB Amsterdam, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, mate. Welcome. The game is over for now. We will start another game, but I've got 30 minutes. What do I want to do in 30 minutes? What can we do in 30 minutes to burn some time off? He's using your pot noodles to highlight messages in my channel. Damn. Damn. Let me have a think. What can we do together? Can we raid somebody for 30 minutes? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and get some food. And I'll be back, and the stream will come up in 30 minutes. So we're not going to stay down for long. Let's raid someone. Let's raid somebody. Do you guys have any friends of yours that are streaming at the moment? If you have any friends that are streaming, let me know. If not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raid a friend of mine. And let's take a look. Who's out there? Who would welcome a raid right now? Oh, let's find a Factorio player. Do you guys want to raid a Factorio player? Let's raid somebody with no viewers. Or one viewer. And let's say hello. What do you think about that? I don't have friends. Let's go and make friends with someone then. Let's go make friends with someone, okay? I'm going to drop us off with somebody right now that I've never seen before. I'm sorry if they're a bit weird or if they don't acknowledge you. But let's say hello. Let's make somebody's day. Let me find that person for you real quick. This person is trying to get blue signs up. Let's raid them. Let's raid them. Let's say hello and let's help them out. The stream will be back up and running in about 30 minutes. So say hello to this person, go and grab yourself some food or a drink, and we will come back and we'll reconvene here in a second. Let me make sure I've spelled their name right. I have indeed. So yeah, game number 1 of 2 games. Next game, I will have a co-commenter with me as well. He's trying to get blue signs up, so this is a very new player. Let's go in and say hello. You know, let's see what they're up to. Try not to be too nerdy with them, okay? Let's be nice and say hello and help them, encourage them to learn more about the game that we know and love. I'll see you in 30 minutes.